Most Americans will never build real wealth. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they never start investing. And the biggest reason they never start? They believe they need thousands of dollars to begin. That belief is costing them everything. Here's the reality. About 38% of American households have zero exposure to the stock market. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 has averaged roughly 10% annual returns since it launched. That means every year someone sits on the sideline, they're falling further behind the people who started, even with small amounts. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to start investing with just $100, step by step, and why starting small today beats waiting until you have more. But first, you need to understand why most people never start at all. Let's break it down. The number one reason people don't invest is they think they need a lot of money. They picture trading floors, complicated charts, and accounts with five-figure minimums. That world doesn't exist anymore. Today, you can open a brokerage account with $0. You can buy a slice of any major company for as little as $1, and you pay zero commissions on most trades. The barriers are gone. The only thing left is knowing what to do. And that starts with understanding one concept that changes everything: compound growth. $100 invested today at 10% average annual growth becomes roughly $672 in 20 years. In 30 years, about $1,744. That's one single $100 bill. Never touched. But here's where it gets powerful. Add just $100 every single month. At the same 10% average, in 30 years, you'd have over $200,000. That's not magic. That's math. And it only works if you start. Now, here are the 5 steps to invest your first $100 the smart way. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. This is your investing home base. It works like a bank account, but instead of just holding cash, it lets you buy investments. Look for 3 things: zero account minimums, zero commission trades, and fractional shares, so you can buy a piece of any stock or fund even if one full share costs hundreds of dollars. Several major brokerages offer all 3 today. Takes about 10 minutes to open online. Step 2. Learn the difference between stocks and index funds. This is where most beginners get it wrong. A stock is a piece of one company. If that company does well, your investment goes up. If it struggles, your investment drops. You're betting on one horse. An index fund is a basket of hundreds or even thousands of stocks bundled together. Instead of betting on one company, you're investing in the entire market. For example, an S&P 500 index fund holds the 500 largest companies in America: technology, healthcare, finance, consumer goods, all in one investment. If one company drops, the others help balance it out. For a beginner with $100, an index fund is the smarter move. You get instant diversification, professional-level exposure, and you don't need to research individual companies. And the fees? Some of the most popular index fund ETFs charge as little as 0.03% per year. That's 3 cents for every $100 invested. Practically free. Step 3. Buy your first investment. Here's where most people mess up. They overthink it. They wait for the perfect moment. They read 47 articles and still don't press the button. Don't do that. Log into your brokerage account. Search for a broad market index fund ETF. Enter $100 and buy. That's it. You just became an investor. You don't need to time the market. Nobody can do that consistently, not even professionals. What matters is time in the market, not timing the market. And the data proves it. A study found that the average individual investor earned just 2.9% annually, far below the market's 10% average, largely because they bought and sold at the wrong times. The investors who simply bought and held did dramatically better. The market doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards consistency. Step 4. Automate and keep going. This is the step that separates people who invest once from people who actually build wealth. Set up an automatic recurring investment, even $25 a week or $100 a month. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. You invest the same amount on a regular schedule, regardless of whether the market is up or down. When prices are high, your money buys fewer shares. When prices are low, it buys more. Over time, this smooths out your cost and removes emotion from the equation. You don't have to check the market every day. The automation does the work while you live your life. And here's the thing most people miss. Building wealth isn't about making one big bet. It's about showing up consistently, month after month, until compounding takes over. Step 5. Don't touch it. This is the hardest step, and it's the most important one. Your investment will go down sometimes. That's normal. The market drops. Headlines get scary. Your balance turns red. But here's what history shows. The S&P 500 has recovered from every major crash, every recession, every crisis, every panic, and gone on to reach new highs every single time. The people who lost money in the stock market are overwhelmingly the people who panicked and sold during a dip. The people who held on came out ahead. When you see your portfolio drop, remind yourself, you haven't lost anything until you sell. A dip is not a loss. Selling during a dip is. Your job is simple. Invest, automate, and let time do the heavy lifting, not you. Let's recap the 5 steps. Open a brokerage account with 0 minimums, 0 commissions, and fractional shares. Understand the difference between stocks and index funds, and start with an index fund. Buy your first investment today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Set up automatic recurring investments to build the habit. And don't touch it. Let compound growth work for years, not days. That's the entire playbook. No insider knowledge, no complicated strategies, just 5 steps that anyone with $100 and a little patience can follow. If you want to master money in America, subscribe. Every week, we break down the financial system into simple strategies anyone can use, no finance degree required. Next week, we're covering should you invest during a market crash? What history proves. Your first $100 is the hardest one to invest. Every dollar after that gets easier. Start today. I'll see you in the next one.